The Middle East, a region simmering with tension. At the heart of this turmoil, a group of families clings to hope. Their loved ones are held captive by Hamas, their fates hanging in the balance. President Trump's upcoming trip to the region offers a glimmer of hope. Could this be the turning point they've been praying for? Since the devastating Hamas attack on October 7, 2023, these families have lived in a nightmare. The images of that day are seared into their memories, the terror, the chaos, the agonizing uncertainty. For the families of the hostages, the pain is amplified by the lack of information. They cling to every scrap of news, every rumor, every whispered promise. Among those held captive is 21-year-old Eden Alexander. His parents, Adi and Yael, last saw him on October 2, 2023, just days before the attack. A recent video released by Hamas confirmed Eden is alive, offering a flicker of hope amidst the despair. Trump's trip to Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE from May 13th to 16th has taken on new significance for these families. Could this be the moment when their loved ones are finally freed? The situation in the Middle East is a complex Gordian knot. Israel and Hamas are locked in a bitter stalemate, each side blaming the other for the ongoing violence. The hostages are caught in the middle, their lives held hostage to this political tug-of-war. Trump's visit offers a rare opportunity to break this deadlock. The families of the hostages are urging him to use his leverage to pressure Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu for a ceasefire for hostages deal. They believe this is the only way to bring their loved ones home. The stakes are incredibly high. The families understand that diplomacy is a delicate dance. Every word, every gesture, every public statement carries weight. They are placing their faith in Trump's ability to navigate these treacherous waters and secure the release of their loved ones. The world is watching. This is not just about the fate of a few dozen individuals, it's about the possibility of peace in a region riven by conflict. It's about the hope for a better future, a future where families are no longer torn apart by violence and hatred. The road to peace in the Middle East is paved with broken promises and shattered dreams. Previous attempts at securing the hostages' release have yielded mixed results, offering glimpses of hope followed by bitter disappointment. In January 2025, a glimmer of hope emerged. Trump played a pivotal role in finalizing a ceasefire deal brokered by the Biden administration. This deal led to the release of 33 hostages, including women, children, elderly civilians, and 5 Thai nationals. It was a moment of joy for those families, tempered by the knowledge that many more remained captive. Phase 2 of the deal, however, hit a wall in March 2025. Both sides accused each other of violating the terms of the agreement, and the negotiations collapsed. The Trump administration, despite its initial success, failed to present a viable alternative to get the talks back on track. Behind the scenes, away from the glare of the media spotlight, a team of negotiators works tirelessly to secure the hostages' release. It's a high-stakes game of diplomacy, fraught with danger and uncertainty. Steve Witkoff, Trump's special envoy, has been deeply involved in these efforts. He proposed extending Phase 1 of the January ceasefire deal, but Hamas rejected the offer. The group's demands remain a major stumbling block. Adam Boehler, the special presidential envoy for hostage affairs, has also been actively engaged in the negotiations. In March 2025, he held direct talks with Hamas, a move that was both praised and criticized. Hamas, during these talks, proposed a 5 to 10-year truce in exchange for the release of all hostages. This proposal was met with anger by Netanyahu's coalition government, further complicating the situation. Since March, there has been no clear strategy, no roadmap to peace. The lack of progress has been frustrating for the families, who feel like they are trapped in a bureaucratic nightmare. Section 5. A History of Success, Trump's Record on Hostage Releases. Despite the current impasse, the families of the hostages draw hope from Trump's past successes in securing the release of Americans held captive abroad. The Trump administration claims to have freed at least 26 Americans from various countries during its time in office. One recent victory involved the release of an American citizen held in Belarus. This success, while unrelated to the current crisis, serves as a reminder of Trump's willingness to engage in tough negotiations and his commitment to bringing Americans home. The families hope that this same determination will be brought to bear on the current hostage situation. They believe that Trump, with his unique style and his ability to forge unconventional alliances, is the one person who can break through the political gridlock and bring their loved ones home. Section 6. A race against time. Families maintain constant contact with officials. For the families of the hostages, every day is a torturous waiting game. They live in a constant state of anxiety, their thoughts consumed by the fate of their loved ones. These families are in near daily contact with Steve Witkoff and have weekly calls with Adam Boehler. They cling to every word, every update, every sliver of hope offered by these officials. Boehler's March talks with Hamas are viewed as the closest point to securing Eden Alexander's release. The families are desperate for a breakthrough, for any sign that their loved ones have not been forgotten. Section 7. Conflicting signals. Uncertainty clouds the path to peace. Conflicting statements from officials on both sides of the conflict have added to the uncertainty and frustration. While there is a shared desire for peace, the path to achieving it remains elusive. Adam Boehler has stated that the fighting could end if Hamas releases the hostages. This statement suggests that a prisoner exchange could be the key to unlocking the current impasse. However, a Netanyahu aide recently commented that the war is likely to continue for another year, a stark reminder of the deep divisions that exist. Section 8. Trump's Middle East chessboard, a complex web of interests. Trump's Middle East policy is a complex tapestry woven from threads of diplomacy, investment, and national security. His approach to the region has been characterized by a willingness to engage with both allies and adversaries, often in unconventional ways. Investment has been a cornerstone of Trump's Middle East strategy. Saudi Arabia and the UAE have pledged significant investments in the United States, bolstering economic ties between the countries. These investments have given Trump leverage in the region, but they've also drawn criticism from those who question the wisdom of aligning U.S. interests so closely with these countries. Trump has also sought to position himself as a mediator in regional conflicts. Saudi Arabia has played a key role in mediating U.S.-Russia talks, and has even offered to host a meeting between Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. The UAE has been instrumental in facilitating U.S.-Iran negotiations and is actively working on a ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas. However, Trump's Middle East policy has not been without its critics. His decision to withdraw from the Iran nuclear deal and his threats against Iran have been blamed for escalating tensions in the region. His unwavering support for Israel, even in the face of international condemnation of its settlement policies, has also drawn criticism. Section 9. A plea for humanity. The urgency of bringing the hostages home. As Trump embarks on his Middle East trip, the families of the hostages are clinging to hope. They know that time is not on their side. Every day that passes is another day of agonizing uncertainty, another day of prayers whispered into the void. Their plea is simple: bring our loved ones home. They are not pawns in a geopolitical game. They are human beings, sons and daughters, mothers and fathers, whose lives have been stolen. The world is watching, waiting to see if humanity will prevail. The urgency of the situation cannot be overstated. The time for action is now.